You guys, check this out. Look at this camera. Let me know if you can hear me because I have the camera hooked up properly. I'm not so sure about the microphone. I mean, it's going to be room audio because I don't know how to hook the microphone portion up yet. So that's Jameson's forte. He is not here right now. But please let me know if you can hear me okay. There's probably a little bit of an echo. That's kind of annoying. But as always, here I am procrastinating because I need to put the link to the live here in my Instagram bio. So you give me a second, and we will let we will let people filter in. And cool. Yeah, you guys can hear me. That's awesome. So we will let people filter in. Let me play on my phone for a second as I put that link in there because, yeah, it's just how it goes here. I do have coffee. Haven't gotten to that part yet. Hello, hello. So exciting. I decided to start it without Jameson here because I was really I was really wanting to play with my studio. I've already had the ring light, but I wanted to play around with it and stuff. And it looks good. I think it looks really good. Got that little ring thing going on in my eye, so that's fun. Okay. Link is in my bio. We are good to go. So, I saw some comments before the live even started. Hang on a second. I do have bunnies in here with me because I wanted to show you the difference between good shoulders and bad shoulders. Somebody on Instagram asked me about that. And I currently have a doe with really, she's so cute. She's got the best personality and the best fur. But she is very, very long and she has very low shoulders. And I wanted to show you shoulders that you should not be breeding. And I'm actually kind of upset about it because she was like my first pick because of her personality, but she did not grow into a very pretty rabbit. So yeah, that sometimes happens. But we will get to them in just a second. I did want to answer my Instagram questions because I did tell them to ask me some questions and then I would answer them on the live. And I'll probably answer them on Instagram as well. But I just wanted to address them here first. So, first one is Wendy Rose Hollins NM something. She says, any tips, things to do when going to a show? I've never been to one. All of my tips are actually in my how to enter a rabbit show video. And those are just basically all my tips. Bring your patience because you will probably be sitting for a while waiting for your breed to be called up. But yeah, there's a lot of good tips in that video. So if you're wanting to go to a rabbit show, go check that one out. Also, I think I'm looking here, not here. Yes, that is right. Sorry, there's a delay on my camera. So, okay. So Addie C1334 says, "Will you ever get another breed of rabbit?" The answer to that, I mean, I don't know. I love my silver fox and my creams right now, so I won't anytime soon, especially with where we are currently living. I probably won't delve into any other rabbit breeds, but I mean, in the future, like when we move here, I'm going to do like one of the most epic rabbit barn builds, and I have no idea what it's going to look like yet, but it's like the wheels are turning in my head. I want like an epic air-conditioned rabbit barn because that just sounds awesome to me. How do you dispatch them? We have, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the hopper popper. It's not the hopper popper, but it's like it's essentially the same thing. It's just a bent bar. And we do cervical dislocation because it is the most humane way to dispatch an animal for meat. So that's how we do that. At what age do we butcher? We usually butcher between 8 and 12 weeks old. In the winter, we tend to butcher closer to the 8 to 9 week mark. And then in the summer, it tends to go like 11 to 12 weeks. Because my rabbits are outside and they're in the heat, they are typically hotter and not eating as much during the summer. So I find that they grow much faster in the winter. So between 8 to 12 weeks old, it really depends on the season and their grow rate. But usually we wait until they're around 5 pounds. What do you do with your rabbit manure? I put it on my garden. I have a lot of people comment on my videos that like they're so like they can't believe I'm not using the rabbit poop. And I'm just like, I don't know where people are getting the idea that I'm not using it. I'm definitely using it. It's like that's actually probably too much in our garden. And I'm not actually sure if it's wise to put more in there right now because there's going to be like a nitrogen overload. But yeah, the garden is half rabbit poop. How do I get, sorry, I was like not reading out usernames. Those last 3 questions were by Little Homestead in the Suburbs. And this is Mrs. Break. How do I get a full hutch made on a little budget? I have cages, need hutch. Right now, wood prices are crazy. So, I mean, salvaging wood is one way. I salvaged wood to do the buck hutch. I saved a lot of money doing that. So, I mean, if you can salvage wood, that is the best way to save money right now. But, yeah, reusing materials, that's basically all. And then really, really plan it out because I can't tell you guys how many times I have probably messed up on something and had to go buy more of the same materials because of how badly I messed up on it. So planning is like one of those things where it's like you need to plan, like just plan all of your stuff out. This is by Urban Lop Rabbitry. How are you today? I'm doing well, so thank you for that. Lavender's Farm says, what are your favorite dishes to make with rabbit meat? That's a tough one because we make so many different dishes, but basically any dish that you cook with chicken, you can use rabbit instead. So I made like a creamy Tuscan rabbit dish a couple weeks ago, and it was like the bomb. Like it was so good. So right now I would say that it was very, very good. But I mean, that's just like, it also differs. Like in the winter, we eat more like oven roasted type meals, but in the summer we do a lot of like grilling and meals that are not going to heat our house up because nobody wants a hot house in summer. So, but yeah, that's like probably my favorite one right now, the creamy Tuscan one. Lavender's Farm also says, what is a breed of rabbit you would want to breed if you didn't have SF and creams? I don't know, honestly, like because if we're talking about meat rabbits, if we're talking about if I had to keep doing meat rabbits, I'd probably do New Zealand's, but I wouldn't do the white New Zealand's because you guys know this, and I've said this 1,000 times. White rabbits, they're not for me. So I would probably do broken New Zealand's. Broken red New Zealand's are pretty. Red, just solid red New Zealand's. I like those. So those are like another type of meat rabbit that I would do. But if we're not talking about meat rabbits, I have always wanted to try my hand at American Fuzzy Lops because, and I know those are like a fancier like pet breed, but I think it'd be really fun to like try them. So that is the answer to that one. This one is Manikandan Kumar. Sorry, I can't pronounce your username, but thank you for commenting. He says, what is your weight, Miss Tundra? Oh, I asked this question and a picture of Tundra was on it. I don't know how much Tundra weighs right now, but I can pretty much guarantee you that it's like over 10 pounds right now. I really need to register her before she goes over because she's a big girl. So hopefully she doesn't go over by the time I register her because she will be a grand champion. Justine the Human says, are salmon faverolles sorry, Jameson will yell at me for pronouncing that incorrectly. Salmon faverolles, I can't remember if the S is pronounced or not, but are they as sweet as everyone says they are? Those are the type of chicken that Scuba and Deku are. Salmon faverolles are like my favorite breed of chicken now. They are the best. Like, I love those chickens so stinking much. So I think that like once we move and we really start getting into chickens more and more, because we'll have more space when we move. And I don't know when we're going to move, guys. So if anybody has asked that, I haven't looked yet, but I don't know when. But when we do, we will have more property, and I would love to breed salmon Faverolles because they're so cute. Justine the Human also says, how are you enjoying the bees? The bees, I haven't talked about them in a long time, and it's because we weren't really sure at first, like if they were going to work out. And just long story short, we have been stung, it feels like 1,000 times. And so I was like borderline ready to just like get rid of them because I was like so sick of it. But we finally got a smoker, which we should have had a smoker to begin with. But we have a smoker now. We did inspection and we added another deep brood onto the bee box using the smoker the entire time. We scraped off burr comb. We kind of inspected. We didn't see the queen, but like everything looked well. We didn't see any swarm cells or anything like that. So I would say it's going good right now. It's going good. We got a little bit of honey out of that burr comb, and I feel like that was just enough to make me think, okay, well, let's keep doing this. So that is how the bees are going. Justine the Human also says, how often do you rotate rabbit stock? A lot right now, because I'm trying. I think that what they call it is a red, white, and blue pedigree. I would love to have a rabbit that has an entire pedigree of grand champions that are mostly out of my lines. Like that's like one of like the main goals, would be like absolutely crazy and awesome. That's not going to happen for a long time, and I don't think that happens to like 99% of people. So that's quite possibly an unattainable goal. But like I do rotate my rabbits out as much as I can because I would like most of my stock that I have here to be either grand champions or nice show rabbits or retired show rabbits. So I just rotate as often as I have to. So like, for instance, let me see. For instance, I'll be selling Chai probably pretty soon because I'm pretty much done with her. I have a daughter out of her that is chocolate that I will be keeping, and that doe is going to be replacing Chai. I like having rabbits that like have pedigrees that say Tealstone so-and-so on the pedigree because it means it came from me, and there's like a sense of pride from that. So having rabbits from other people, I tend to rotate them out rather quickly just because I want to replace them with my own stock, if that makes any sense. So we do tend to rotate them out quite frequently. Fehu, Fehu Farm says, what age do you harvest your rabbits? I've already answered that. Between 8 and 12 weeks old. Depends on the season. Depends on the grow rates. Emma Jankovichova says, which is your favorite rabbit? And I mean, honestly, it's probably Sprig. Sprig is just special to me. So yeah, I love Sprig. Rabbit shoulders confuse me. Oh, this is the question I was talking about earlier. I will come back to this one, but that was by Honeycrisp Homestead. We will come back to you. N.E. Dank says, how are Cricket and her babies doing? I'm so curious. Cricket is actually doing amazing with her little 4 babies. This, in case anybody didn't know, this was Cricket's, like, it was going to be her strike 3, but she had her babies, and at first she didn't clean them off. I left them with her for a day or so because I'm just like, we just need to see if this is going to work. She has 4 babies, so a very small litter still, but they are chunky and huge. So I'm very happy to say that Miss Cricket is doing well. Her babies are all doing well, and so that is very exciting, and I need to do an update video on that. So, guys, we need to go back through. Those are all the Instagram questions, so I'm going to go through your questions here. I know I probably have missed a bunch of them, so Gold Eye Wolf says, I am getting my first pair of Silver Fox kits. They even have a full pedigree. That is amazing. Whiskey Tango Farm says, so excited to get our buck and doe from you next week. Yes, you are going to get your buck and doe from me next week. I'm excited about that too, actually. And we need to talk about if we were planning on getting Starbucks or not, because I'm not actually sure if we are. I mean, I'm fine to do that. I'm down for Starbucks whenever. Ready, Set, Grow Farm says this. Yeah, you finally made it. Yes, you did. Leslie Cruz, hello there. I know we messaged a bit on Facebook, but I might end up going to convention too with my mini lops. Awesome. In case any of you do not know, I am going to ARBA convention in Kentucky this year. So, yeah, I will be there and I'll be showing. I don't know if I'm going to do very well because the kids that I have right now, I'm not like super impressed with any of them. Like last year, I knew when Onyx and Sprig were born, I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to show these rabbits. They're amazing. And I was actually right about them. Like I have a little bit of good judgment there. So that was exciting. But right now, I don't have anybody that's like, ooh, I need to show this rabbit. Like I have one in here, and he's a nice buck. Of course, they're always bucks. Whenever they're nice, they're always bucks. So, but he's going, and I'm a little bit excited about him, but not like. He doesn't have like the wow factor for me still, so I'm still waiting on that. Hopefully we can have some juniors from our current litters be that wow factor type of rabbit. Let's see. How often do you clean a nest box for baby bunnies? By MJ Lightning Bolt. I clean it. I don't. In the winter, I have to clean it a little bit more often because I put cardboard in the bottom of them. And then they have a solid bottom. So like after a week, you need to clean it. In the summer, I don't actually need to clean them like basically ever because I have wire bottoms in my nest boxes. I mean, obviously like when I take them out and the litter's grown up and everything, then I just like super scrub them down for the next round. But in the summer, I don't really have to clean them because of the wire bottom. Let's see. Daniel Olafse, sorry, I kind of butchering the pronunciation of that. Thanks for all the information on rabbits and awesome videos. You are welcome. I need to make more videos, and that is why I've called you all here today. Haley Boone says, hi, Tiffany. I just wanted you to know that I have my 2 silver foxes, and I just got a chocolate otter Holland blot buck. He's pedigreed, and I want to breed him to my lion heads. He has a lot of chocolates in his pedigree. That's awesome. That's very exciting. NJ Lightning Bolt also says, I'm planning on breeding a blue and black Netherland dwarf. Sorry, I think I'm just like reading reactions now. John Mark Truesdale says you should start posting rabbit recipes on Insta. I should. I really should. There's more on that I do not want to discuss right now. I mean, like, it's nothing bad. It's like there's something behind the scenes right now that I'm just like, well, I don't really want to share those types of things like right off the bat because of something else going on. So it's nothing bad, so don't like think bad or anything. But Brandon Pick Brew, would it be okay to breed a mini Rex and a silver fox together? If you're gonna do that, I would probably tell you to make sure the mini Rex is the buck and the silver fox is the doe. Anytime you're dealing with breeding 2 different rabbits that are very different sizes, you usually want your buck to be the smaller one because it can cause complications for the doe if she's a lot smaller than the buck. Like for instance, you wouldn't breed a giant chinchilla to a Netherland dwarf because that could potentially kill the Netherland dwarf when she tries to give birth. So just always try to make sure that when you're breeding, I mean, if it's the same breed of rabbit, it's fine if the buck is bigger. That's fine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about different breeds that are like way different sizes. So, Gold Eye Wolf says, what are some perks, tips on the silver fox breed, as I will shortly have 2 kids. Silver foxes are like one of the most docile breeds there is. Period. They're so handleable. They're very personable. They're very gentle. They're great for kids. The reason I have them, I love their personalities. They don't freak out very. I mean, to me, they don't freak out very easily. Like they're very tameable. So I just love them for that. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I lost my spot, guys. Trying to drink my own hair. Victoria have her litter. Yes, I answered that already. Daisy May Rabbitry. She had 4 babies and she's doing wonderful with them. Which breed of rabbit do I have? I have Silver Fox and Creme de Argents. Whitney from the Kramer Family Channel says, hey Tiffany, it's Whitney. I know it's Whitney. I know it's you. The weather, you hope the weather is nice. Well, the weather, it got really dark and then it got really bright again and then it got really dark and it started pouring down rain and I think it's just kind of at a standstill right now. So that's what's up with the weather. I actually was wondering if it was going to be really loud when I was trying to do this, but yes, I am going to convention. But the thing about us going to convention, I don't actually know if we're staying there the entire time. I know that we're going to be there Saturday. We're going to drop off the rabbits like Saturday morning, and then we will be staying Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday we're leaving to come back to Fort Wayne, and then we will be going back to pick the rabbits up on Wednesday. So I'm not sure if I think that's what we're planning on doing. I'm not entirely sure, so. Whiskey Tango says, how long or what age do you breed your rabbits until you retire them? Do you dispatch them then, or what do you do with them? So I haven't gotten to that point with my current herd, but when I find a rabbit that I really, really love, I tend to hold on to them. For instance, like Sprig. I freaking love Sprig. Like he's the best, guys. He's like over a year old here now. And he's so cute and I love him. So he'll probably be here like long term. And when I'm done with him, he will probably either be sold to continue breeding other girls at other people's rabbitries, or he'll be sold as a pet, because he's one of those breeders that I'm just like, okay, I've invested a lot in him and I just want to make sure that he goes to a really good place. So I will be very picky with whoever gets Sprig. But typically I only keep rabbits for like a year or two and then I move them along. That's just how I do things. You don't have to do things like me. I know a lot of people get like super attached to like all their rabbits, and that's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Holly Chappis, I found her channel looking for a new hutch build. I've completely fallen for a silver fox, and I'm picking up my first buck Saturday. That is exciting. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your comments. Daisy May Rabbitry says, do you give your rabbits toys? If so, what type of toys? I give my rabbits, I give them willow branches off of our tree when it's in the summer, when it's actually growing like leaves and stuff. And I give them cat bells also. They like their cat bells. I have a couple of rabbits that actually do play with them and like throw them around and stuff. And when I notice that they are bored, I just let them free in my backyard because it's completely fenced off. And yeah, you can kind of tell when a rabbit is like getting really bored. They look sad. So I think they do. So I'll let them free. I mean, I know a lot of people probably roll their eyes at that, and that's fine. You don't have to do things like me. Lavender's Farm says, if you're planning on dispatching a litter, do you leave siblings together until processing day, or do you separate bucks and does? Let's see. If I'm planning on dispatching the entire litter, I just leave them together, because more than likely we're going to dispatch them before they're 12. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Before they are 12 weeks old. So you don't have to worry. Typically, you don't have to worry about like mating or anything like that. You might have to worry about little, siblings getting in a bit of a scrap with each other, but usually they're not that bad. Especially if you've always left them together, then it's harder. I found, I don't know why, but if I separate rabbits like from a litter, and then like a couple days later, I'm like, oh wait, no, I want this one back in with the other ones. They don't like that. I don't know why. If they just smell different and they just forget that it's, I don't think that they forget. I just think that they smell different for some reason. They get really territorial, like towards the rabbit that I've removed and tried to put back. So, I don't know if that made any sense. This Potato says, I'm always down for Starbucks. Okay, well, I mean, we can go to Starbucks. We might talk about that. We might switch the time just a little bit and then go to Starbucks. How often do your does go through false pregnancy? Not often. I think this year I've had one false pregnancy, and that was actually Cassia. I thought she was pregnant the first time I brought her to Peter, and then it was so weird that I've never had a doe like go through a false pregnancy and act like this though, because typically when you see a false pregnancy, they'll start pulling fur or hay stashing like a week after you breed them. Now some does can be early nesters, and I've had early nesting mamas. There's nothing wrong with that. So for the most part, if people say they think they're going through a false pregnancy, I just say to write it out and pretend like it's a real pregnancy, because I've seen too many people have rabbits go through what they believe is a false pregnancy, and then they never give them a nest box. And of course, the babies all end up dying because there's nowhere for them to go. So I always recommend, if you're not 100% sure, then always treat it like it is, like a real pregnancy. But the false pregnancy that we had this year, it was very weird because I bred her, she was due, I think, when was she due? I think that she was due at the end of May, and the day that she was due, she started pulling fur. So I thought she was going to give birth, and she just never did. She never did. So I put her back in with the buck, and she lifted, and she wanted to be bred, and so she had babies then just like a week ago. So I mean, yeah, it was a really weird. If she did have babies, I have no idea where they went. So, let's see where we are here. Kate Champney says, I have a chocolate silver fox buck that does not have a lot of silvering. If you were going to work on silvering to increase it, what would be your strategy? So I find that silvering, hang on, I'm gonna readjust myself. I find that silvering is I don't know, like I've had a doe that like literally she had like 3 strands of like silver. That's pretty much it. That was Bella. You guys will probably remember Bella. Sorry, the camera, jiggling the camera. And she was like completely black almost. And the babies that she had though, they had beautiful silvering. So I mean, just because the doe has, or just because the buck or doe, I can't remember what you said, but like if you're dealing with little silvering on one of them, just because they have it doesn't mean their babies are going to have it. So I would just go ahead and try and see what they throw. But for the most part, you want to focus on, I just told somebody this today actually, you want to focus on body type more than how much silvering they have, especially at first. So that's my 2 cents on that. Holly Travis says, I hit send before I was done. What are your lows where you're at? Like low temperature. I would love to build your hutch, but I'm up in Canada, zone 6A. I'm concerned about cold and winter storms. Our lows are 0 degrees and wind chills of like -30 sometimes. So you can build my hutch, and what I ended up doing last year is I just used like plastic that you use behind drywall, and I just like stapled it to the hutch, and that's how I weatherproofed it. So no snow or anything can get in the hutch. Watch my winterizing video if you haven't watched it already. But for the most part, as long as you keep them dry and as long as you keep them out of drafts, they should be fine. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot keep up. I cannot keep up with these. I need Jameson here to rattle off questions to me, but I am going to take a break because I do want to show you guys the difference here in these shoulders because it's an insane difference. So hang on just a second. We're going to look at these bun buns. And hopefully this isn't too far away for you guys. My dude, you peed. Why did you do that? see this? Is that hard to see? Hold on. Let's bring you closer. Hopefully. Oh gosh, sorry guys. Ah! I just got a new tripod and I'm like I'm not too sure about it yet. Okay, let's look at these. Maybe that's a little bit better. I know, I'm sorry it's so dark, you guys. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit dark. Oops, sorry, I took a picture accidentally. Oh, you know what? My battery's getting ready to die. Shoot. Oh no, what do I do? Hang on a second. Hang on guys, I gotta take this battery out and I'm not sure what it's gonna do to the screen, so hang on just a sec. Can you still hear me? You probably can still hear me. Maybe. Okay, let's see if that works. Did that work? Hey, it worked. Okay, good. I was like worried that it was gonna, like boot me out of here or something. That's one thing I need. I need a dummy battery now that I got this fancy smanky set up. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Do not eat my houseplant. Okay, guys, this is Edge. I named him Edge. So let's see. Can you see him like that? Yeah, you can see him okay. He's actually got really nice shoulders. So when you pose him up, I mean, he's got okay shoulders, I should say. They're not like perfect or anything. But like basically, you want it to rise like immediately. Can you see that okay? You'll definitely see the second one here in a second, but they rise really quickly, and he's got like a nice peak here. And so basically, hopefully you can see that. But basically, I'm going to show you this girl who unfortunately doesn't have the best looking shoulders. And I'm kind of bummed about it. She's so pretty though. Look how pretty this one is. She's very pretty. So, but when you pose her up, this is literally what she looks like when she's posed up. Hang on. Maybe you see better if I'm on this side of her. Like, look how long and low that is. And this is, I mean, this is her posed up as natural as she can be sitting, but she's very, it's very low and long. So that's what I'm trying to transition out of right now, is those long and low shoulders. But that's the whole shoulder situation here. This, if you're wondering, both of these babies came from Solstice's litter, so yeah, that's it on the shoulders though. So you don't want long and low shoulders like that. But Edge isn't that bad. I'm excited about Edge. He's got a nice shape to him. So thanks for peeing in there. It's very nice of you. Okay, let me get this back. I do. You know, you get some YouTubers that are like so professional, and then you get people like me that like have no idea what they're doing half the time. They would like to think they know, but they don't. Hang on. Hopefully that other battery though. But my other one lasted about half an hour, so I think that we're good on battery. So okay, so if I didn't get to your question yet, I don't even know. I don't even know where I left off, you guys. So, if you have any other questions, like they don't even have to be rabbit related. I need video ideas. Like, I don't know what's been going on with me lately. The same thing happened last year. where basically I am just strapped for inspiration and strapped for ideas. And I have a lot going on, so it's like one of those things where I'm trying to like figure out how can I be like artistic and like cinematic and make these things look good, but also have a topic. So thank you so much, Indian. Thank you. Yeah, it's endearing. That's one word for it. So I just don't know what people want to see, because I mainly do things on the rabbits, and like I get people say like, oh, do a video on how to clip toenails, or really like one-off things like that. And it's mainly like I can do that for sure, like, but I'm one of those people that I don't want to do things that's been done before. Like there's plenty of videos on how to clip toenails and how to, I don't know, like just random like how-tos on like the rabbits and stuff like that. So I mean, if you have any ideas that seem more original, I'm not saying that you guys weren't original. I'm just saying like I just hate to do things that have already been done. And I'm feeling a bit like self-conscious right now also. I'm such a small like YouTuber. I mean, in retrospect, like I think it's really cool. We almost have 11K right now. That's really neat to me. But I am so small in comparison to some of these big YouTubers. And Justin Rose just got rabbits, and I'm just like, oh, and there goes my entire audience. No, I hope that's not what happens. But if you haven't checked it out, though, he did get rabbits. So Ronan, stop. Sorry, guys. It's the Amazon guy that just drove by. He's not very happy about that. His rabbit video made you cringe. I mean, it's Jill Salatin. Like he raises rabbit. The thing is, I think the thing is that I focus on like show rabbits and like purebreds, and like I don't know. Everybody does things differently, so I'm trying to figure out how to do things in a unique way where it's like it's not been done before. And lately, I am just racking my brain because I feel like just another one in the crowd right now. So that's my problem right now. I'm just trying to figure out how can I be more original. So thank you. B&T's Homestead says you're relatable. Thank you so much. It does mean a lot to me, like having things said like that. And I often feel like my personality gets in the way of like me filming stuff because there's almost like a block there where I'm just like, oh no, like I can't let them know anything about me because oh, you guys will have the tea. So let's see. All Things Bunnies sells calming spray. I'm assuming that you mean calming spray. I don't know. I probably wouldn't buy it personally, but I mean, that's just me. The road trip videos, I mean, I could do a road trip video this weekend, technically. I'm going to Ohio. I do not bathe them, and I don't use conditioning spray either. Where in Kentucky are you going to? I live in Kentucky. So convention is in Louisville this year. It's October 23rd, I believe, through 28th. Whitney, if you're still here, I need help with that. I don't know. I think it's the 23rd through the 28th. So I think so, but it's in Louisville. So if you want to see me there, I'm not sure how convention goes because I've never been to it. So I've been told that it's always so much bigger than people expect. So that's a little bit intimidating. So yeah. But anyway, so that's my current conundrum. Trying to do things in a way where I can have like some artistic freedom with things that I do, because I love shooting like cinematic type of like B-roll. And I just got this lens that I'm like on right now. I just got for doing that specific type of thing. So now basically I don't have to change my lens out every time I want to do like really pretty videos with a blurry background and where I'm actually like vlogging, because I mean I can vlog with this lens. It's a nice lens, so I'm excited about it. But yeah. And also I'm also struggling with like, do I even continue doing like solely rabbit content, because there's so much more. I mean, rabbits, like, they've dominated my life like 100%. Like my life is like 50% rabbit, and then, you know, 50% me trying to pull myself together. But we will be getting quail, we will be getting goats. That's not a secret anymore. So it's like, and the thing about the quail and the goats, well, the thing about the rabbits is that I'm not trying to brag, I'm so well versed in rabbits because of me growing up with them for all that time. Like, I had them for so long, so I know a lot about rabbits, and I've read a lot about rabbits. But like the quail and the goats, and even chickens sometimes, guys, like, I learn new things about them all the time. So I don't feel comfortable making how to do this on a chicken or how to do this on a goat type of videos. Like, I don't really feel comfortable bringing the level of confidence to those types of animals that I do with rabbits. The only reason I can with the rabbits is just because usually I know what I'm doing. Usually they don't surprise me very much. So Lavender's Farm says, I love your morning and daily routine videos. I would love a Meet My Rabbits video, a recipe video using rabbit meat, 2 videos dedicated to each of the breeds you have and the breed traits. Those are all really, really good ideas, honestly. That's one of the things I'm not really sure about, though. How do people feel about the general vlogs? Because I feel like I got a 50-50 mix when I did a call out on one of my last vlogs, where I'm just like, do you guys like these? Like, and half the people said they really, really liked them, and then the other half of the people said they really just liked my dedicated instructional videos. So then I'm just like, okay, well, guys, we need to figure something out here. So B&T's Homestead said you would definitely be interested in more bee videos. So that's another reason why I haven't done more bee videos, actually, because like we actually got, it was so funny to me, we got like some comments and some thumbs down just because we didn't pick up our bees and do it professionally. Like, some people think that we should have done it, and I'm just like, we literally did the best that we could with what we do. So I know it wasn't a how-to video, and I never stated that was a how-to video ever. Like, I'm just like, we got bees, like, and now we're gonna dump them. Like, I never said that was a how-to video, but I guess some people took it the wrong way. So yeah, I don't know. That was interesting. Whiskey Tango says, I can personally warn you that quail are super addicting. I have heard that, so we'll see. I should be getting some celadons too. My friend Christy is sending me hatching eggs in the mail eventually, but she's got some celadons, and so I'm really excited to get my quail. I don't know when still, because I'm not ready for them and she's not ready, and so I don't know what's happening right now. But it's a very slow-moving train here. Gabrielle Gibby, do you or chat know if there's a Rabbit Breeders Association in Canada, like ARBA? People around here in South Ontario seem to just go through ARBA. Yeah, I have a Canadian friend, and she goes through ARBA, so I'm assuming that you just go through ARBA. I mean, I'm confused. Is Canada in the Americas? Like, is that a really stupid question? Because usually when you see a map of the Americas, doesn't it also include Canada? Guys, I don't know. I'm sorry, that's probably revealing something about me. How's my lilac rabbit doing? He's doing really, really well. His name is Raja. I told you guys that already, but he's very, very cute. If he had more depth, he would blow some of my other rabbits away. Like, lilacs, you can't show lilac silver foxes, but I mean, if he had more depth, he would be like crazy awesome, but he's a little bit flat, so he is not. But he's very, very cute, and I'm excited to breed him to some of my does that do have depth, because I think that it would be really cool, you know, seeing how they turn out and stuff, because he's just so thick. Like, I feel like he's got the wow factor for me, like minus the no depth thing. He's one of the rabbits that has the wow factor for me. I just haven't had that in many litters this summer, so I don't know. Yes, I know Canada's the big country above me. I know where Canada is. I've been to Canada. I'm wondering because you have North America, but like the US and Canada are in North. I'm sorry. Well, I'm gonna stop talking about this now. But yes, I'm pretty sure you do go through ARBA if you're in Canada. Yeah, go through ARBA. And I'm pretty sure actually that on the ARBA website, you can actually search Canada for shows. So I would definitely try that out. I'm pretty sure you can. I just don't know what district that is. So you'll have to look under the show tab. Haley says, why can't you show the lilac ones? They're not a recognized variety. The only recognized variety of silver fox is black so far. So we can only show black silver foxes. You can show chocolates, and you can show, I think you can show blues again just as an exhibition animal, but you're not able to like win prizes and stuff with them. You're not able to win legs or register them or anything like that. So yeah, so they're not recognized, so you can't show. Lilacs don't even have a COD. A COD is a certificate of development, and they don't even have that yet. And it's up in the air whether or not they're going to have one even in the near future. If I was on a bigger property and I had a rabbit barn, I would be starting that lilac COD because I love it so much. But yeah, I don't know. Do you think the ARBA will ever allow other colors of silver foxes? Yes, because at convention, more than likely, I say this very optimistically, but more than likely, chocolates, they have to pass their third showing. And if they do, we will see chocolates on the show table after October, which would be so exciting. Like, I'm so excited to see chocolates on the table. They haven't been able to get blues on the table yet because apparently last time they were trying to like approve the COD, they rejected it because they said there was just way too many shades of blue, like it wasn't consistent. So I guess that's something that the blues need to work on. Not really sure. I don't know. I'm not really sure how that's going. I haven't really heard much about it. I'm mainly like interested in chocolates more than blues, just because chocolates are closer to being accepted. So I don't know. It'd be really cool. So. Kate Champion, I'm sorry I missed your comment, but she said, I enjoy just watching my bunny's antics. Maybe a silent video to music of that once. Actually, I was thinking about doing something like that because just like a relaxing video, or I mean, I don't know, some sort of compilation of like good, nice like footage of like rabbits and stuff like that. I don't know. It sounds really nice. And also, guys, I thought that Jameson was going to be joining us, but he just texted me, and apparently he's at an Asian grocery store. So I don't know if he will be joining us, but I mean, I am getting off of here at 6, so he's going to be making us Thai food tonight. I just thought he had everything that he needed here, but apparently he doesn't, and now he's skipping out on me. So I'm sorry about that. Oh, man. But yeah, I don't know. Haley Boone says, can I send you pictures of my rabbits that are on my porch? I mean, you can send them on Instagram if you have them on Instagram. Yeah, that's cute. Like, are you breeding, like your breeder rabbits are on your porch? Is that what you're talking about? Or are they wild rabbits? I'm confused. I'm still laughing about the Canada thing. So sorry, guys. I went to a private college, or not private college. No, I went to a private school for like half of my high school. I'm not stupid. I just want to clarify, I'm not a stupid person at all, but I did go to a private school during high school for like half of it, and I definitely slacked off like way more than I should have in stuff like history and geography, because neither of those things have ever interested me. Neither of those things have ever I can't talk. They got interested in me. But like science and stuff like that, those types of things too. Math is not my forte either. Just math and history and geography. It's just like, that's not exciting. That's not exciting stuff. But art and stuff like that, yes. Get a GoPro harness for your rabbits and let them run around your yard. Or your dogs. I would think it'd be cool to see things from their point of view. I have a GoPro harness for Ronan. And I haven't pulled that thing out in a couple of years. I have a GoPro and a GoPro harness, and I definitely want to strap that back on Ronan. And it's just really funny actually to see. The only thing is, it's just like it moves around so much that it's actually like dizzying, like to see the footage. But it is really funny too to like see how they see. So Haley says my breeders. Okay, so your breeder rabbits are on your porch. That's really cool, actually. I've heard of people doing that, and I mean, I actually thought, like, at first, I was like, what if my quail were on my porch? Like, that would actually be really, really cool. So, I don't know. It could happen. I'm going to put the quail cage that I make, the hutch, I'm going to put it on casters. I want to be able to roll them out and roll them back in. They're going to be a little bit spoiled, protected from the weather and whatnot. But I want them to have, like, sunlight and stuff when I'm able to, so. Daniel Ols. Can you please, how do I say your last name? Olaf say? I'm so sorry. I feel so bad when I butcher people's last names, so please let me know. Awesome live so far. Would also like to hear if it's possible to breed silver fox out of broken silver fox. I got a litter of 7 babies 3 days ago, all doing good so far. You can only have broken silver fox babies if you have like a broken silver fox. Like it's a dominant trait. So, and I need my genetic friends to like hop in and like help me answer this. But like basically it's a dominant trait. So if you have a broken and a black silver fox, if you have babies, if one of them is a broken, then I mean, it's a dominant trait. So I mean, if you breed that broken to a black, then you'll have more mixture of broken and black babies. If you get a black baby out of a breeding between a black and a broken, then I don't believe, like when you breed that black to like another black, there's no chance of having any brokens in the litter. So I mean, it's a dominant trait. I don't know if that's probably very confusing the way I worded that, but I believe you have to have a broken in order to get brokens. The way that brokens were developed is, I believe it's Kara Perez in Colorado. She created them by breeding silver foxes to broken New Zealand's. So the one that I have is, she's a purebred silver fox. She's got like all generations of silver fox, but she's considered a purebred silver fox because she's got a pedigree and everything. So but they were developed from New Zealand. So yeah, it's like a dominant trait. So if you're just breeding a black to a black, you're not going to end up with a broken silver fox. So you sell creme de argent bunnies when they are available, or do you keep them all for meat rabbits? No, I sell creams, but I'm very picky about the rabbits that I do sell. Because, for instance, like that little girl I just showed you with the really, really long shoulders, I probably won't sell her. That's every time I sell a rabbit, it's a reflection on my rabbits. So I don't want to sell a rabbit to somebody that's not a good reflection of like the rabbits that I'm producing here. So typically, if they look like that, they're meat rabbits. So I need to keep that good reputation going. So. I do sell creams though every once in a while. My creams though, they're I raise them on such a small scale. So I don't have, like, people come to me and they want pairs or trios for creams, and I can't do that right now. Typically I only have one buck going. Like right now, the only buck that I have is Dolce. And so all of the babies will eventually have Dolce as the father. And then, they're usually always all related. My silver foxes, though, I am able to offer pairs and trios for silver foxes every once in a while because I do have quite a few more of them than the cream. So, yeah. Lavenders Farm says, I love the idea of just rabbit footage. I am always playing ambience videos on my TV throughout the day and would definitely play your rabbits. It'd be really cool. Maybe I need to look into doing something like that because, I mean, it would definitely be an easy video. To me, it would be more artsy and easy. It's just like getting on here and like trying to figure out how to address everything, I guess. I don't know. But I feel like this is helping. It's so much easier to talk when I know that there are people watching. And then when I'm outside and I'm just trying to film a vlog, it's so much harder for me sometimes, especially when I take such a big break in between videos. And it's not my fault either. I'm so busy too. So like I can't, everybody asks me like, when's the next video coming out and stuff. So I'm just like, guys, I work many jobs. So I'll just say that. So I do try to get out content as much as I can. I feel like I'm slacking though right now. I'm definitely lacking in inspiration at the moment. So, yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm on here trying to get ideas from my lovely people. So, and also I just have to say, I follow, like, I'm not gonna mention any names or anything like that. I follow a couple of people on YouTube and like I'll comment in their comment section. And it's amazing to me how one thing that you say can be so, like, people just get so upset with you and they automatically, like, write you off just because of, like, what did I say? I don't even want to say what I said because it wasn't Homestead related at all. It was completely unrelated. But basically, people did not treat me well in the comments section. And I'm just like, I love that, like, when people come to my videos and they comment, they are never met with hate. Like, I never want to meet my audience with any sort of hate. It's always educational. You know, if they deserve a little bit of snark, just a little bit of snark. But like for the most part, I just love that my comment space, especially for you guys, is a safe space to like, make a comment or an idea, and you're not going to be made fun of, and you're not going to be degraded. Like, it's just so amazing to me how some people's comment section, like, it's almost like they train their audience to be aggressive. And I just do not want that. I don't want that at all. So I'm glad that you guys don't like that. And you guys are amazing. You guys are always so nice. So it's refreshing to get on here and just talk to you guys. It's really nice. So thank you for that. I didn't realize it was almost 6 already. Danny Malumboy says, I bred a white and black buck with a gray doe, and the kits were brown, and white. They didn't have any of the parents' colors. More than likely, they weren't purebred rabbits, so they probably have mixed genes in their DNA. So Daniel says, I have one broken fox buck named Dragonair, got a black dragon shadow on his back. Awesome. I can't remember what somebody said on Zara. It said that she had, somebody said that they saw like something in her patterning, but I can't remember what they said. I know what you meant. Okay, well, any rapid fire questions or ideas for me? Feel free to send them really quickly. Yes, Faith, for sure. Like, I mean, it was just so amazing to me. I just made a comment. It was not, I don't know, it was just so crazy to me. Like, I made like an innocent comment and was immediately called racist. Like, it was the funniest thing because they're just like, what? Like, I just, like, if you guys knew me in real life, I'm actually a very nice person. Like, I know. It was just so amazing to me. Oh man, I hear the garage door. It's Jameson, but he is very, very late. We can say hi to him if you guys want. I can stay on here and you guys can just say hi to him really quick, but we'll probably get off of here in just a second. Dana says, how much do you feed your rabbits? My rabbits get free choice, so like all of them always have pellets at all times. So yeah, a lot of people say to ration, but I give them free choice. Jameson! He's coming. People want to say hi to you. You're late.
Let's pick up groceries. Oh, hey everybody!
Look at this camera. Isn't this cool? It's so nice.
Wow, now I'm in high definition.
I know. Now you gotta look here instead of.
Oh my goodness,
No,
that is really good quality.
Nice. It got dark though outside. It was bright earlier, but it got dark.
So, what did I miss? Everything.
It's almost over.
It's almost over. My gosh, I was at the Asian grocery store. Gosh, I got there at the same time as like a huge family, and everyone just all running up and down the aisles and stomping and making a bunch of noise. And then I was about to go up to the counter, and then I heard the mother go, and then I saw one of the kids. She just ran in front of me and just did a big old jump right in front of the counter to save their spot in line. I'm just like, I was ready to check in.
Oh my gosh!
I couldn't find any tamarind paste at an Asian grocery store. I couldn't find any tamarind paste.
I'm sorry. These people probably even don't know what tamarind paste is.
Neither do I, but I wanted to give it a try. So
they say, "Did you have a nice day? And what's for supper?"
What's for supper? We're doing 3-onion pud keema.
Thai food, guys.
Thai food.
Jameson's really, really good at Thai food. My mom came over yesterday and he made Thai food for her, and then he said it was the worst Thai food that he's ever made.
And I know why.
It wasn't though.
I know why though. Because the noodles I got, apparently there's an unspoken rule that's not written on the package that you have to parboil the noodles before you put them in the pan. Not written anywhere on the instructions, and I didn't know that. So I threw them in there raw, hard, crunchy noodles in with the rest of the stir fry, and it softened up eventually, but it ruined the rest of it. So
no, I thought it was good.
You've lowered your standards considerably after the.
Maybe I've lowered my standards because we went to that Thai place. And it was a good, and my mom was watching, it was good Thai food. But Jameson's is better. Like that, and I'm not being biased. It was actually really good. I wish we could invite everybody over for Thai food.
Same.
There she is! I knew she was here! She's always silent.
I'm sorry, Mom and Love, I gave you I did not cook the noodles right. I messed up. I'll make it right next time.
It was good.
I love his camera. Oh my gosh.
So nice.
Woo!
It's nice that we don't have to be so far away from it. Except now, if I'm back here and it'll focus on me, but not you. I'm sorry, guys. We should really go. I told them I was leaving at 6. One thing I had to do in the middle of this, though, the battery died, so I had to take the battery out, and it disconnected the camera, but they could still hear me. So I put the other battery back in and just started back up again.
So they could all hear the cursing tirade that went off, just like, confound it!
They've seen me almost drop things. Also, they've seen me confuse Canada with Is Canada in the Americas. They've seen that today, so.
Yes.
I know, that's what I said. And I'm not stupid.
It's in the Americas.
I know. That's what I said, because I was confused because it's North America.
Yes.
And Canada is in that.
Yes.
But I always get confused because when you're talking about the USA, that is us.
That is.
And that's not Canada.
No,
okay, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm not dumb. So anyway, well, guys. Yeah, I know. I'm just tired. What are you doing? Dude,
oof.
Look at that comment.
I'm looking at it.
That's not nice.
That's not nice. You're being naughty. That's your name. I get it.
Oh.
I get it.
See,
You're rude on purpose.
We have to have a little bit of,
respect.
I don't even know if that's showing for you guys, but we have to have a little bit of snark for the mean people. So I don't think it is showing.
It's not.
There's a person here that probably should go. There's none of you guys that are talking right now. You're all very nice. Okay, well, should we go? Now that you're here, I'm like, we should continue, but like...
Well, yeah, we're having a heated debate over education systems, so...
You know, I told them that I went to the private school for a little bit in high school, and I just kind of slacked off in like geography and stuff. Anyway, guys, we were probably gonna get off of here. He's gonna go make Thai food. He just got home from work in the Asian grocery store, so we are going to go. And thank you guys so much for hanging out. And I will make a video soon. I promise. I just gotta get.
And so will I. I'm borrowing this camera.
Yeah, you gotta borrow the camera. That's awesome. So, all right, guys. So thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Ah.